Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 2. Yes, day number 2, week. This has to be week 7, fall 2024 of our journey together. That's day number 2, week 7, fall 2024 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. Today, we're going to be looking at finding the HCF and the LCM using prime factorization. The HCF means what? What does the HCF mean?
Highest common factor.
Highest common factor. And the LCM is what?
Lowest common factor. Multiple.
Lowest common multiple. Lowest common multiple.
Good
So
afternoon.
good afternoon. So HCF is highest common factor and LCM is lowest common multiple. And so we're going to be looking at how to find those things, but using prime factorization, what we started yesterday. By the way, we did have class yesterday. So for those of you who was not here, you missed a very interesting class. But many of you were here, so that's good. Jaden, I don't know why it's not allowing me to allow you to talk. Okay, so the goal or the objectives for today, you don't have to write this down yet.
Good afternoon, Mr. Busy.
Good afternoon. Is we want at the end of this lesson, students should be able to identify the prime factors of a given number, apply the prime factorization method to find the lowest common multiple of two numbers, apply the prime factorization method, define the highest common factor, HCF, and compare the prime factorization of two numbers to determine whether we can get the HCF or the LCM. And so that's what we're going to be doing right now. Yes.
The thing we learned today, we learned that yesterday, right?
And some of it. It's kind of like a build, but you don't need yesterday to know what we're doing today. All right. All right. So let's add up. Today is Tuesday, right? Tuesday the 15th.
15th.
The 15th of October. Head up for me, please. Tuesday, the 15th of October. I don't think y'all could see what I'm sharing. Yes.
My current just turned off, so my Wi-Fi won't disconnect.
Okay.
This is Paris.
Paris, okay, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Once it come back on, then you can be able to join class back.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we want to find the HCF, and can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So finding the HCF and LCM using the prime factorization method, that's what we're going to be looking at today. Amaya, what is the topic for today? Amaya?
Finding the highest common factor and the lowest common multiple using prime factorization.
Yeah. When we say prime factorization, what do we mean by prime factorization? What do we mean by that?
Using prime numbers.
Prime numbers, okay, that's kind of it. That's kind of what it is. When we say prime factorization, what do we mean? What is the prime factorization of a number?
Multiplying the prime factors that make up that number.
Multiplying the prime factors. Say it again.
Multiplying the prime numbers that make up that number.
Okay, that's a good way of putting it. So that's when we express that number as a product of its prime factors. Okay. So Fanaj, can you hear me? Fanaj, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Fanaj, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the subject? Sorry, what's the topic for today?
Finding the HCF and LCM.
Using what? Using what?
Prime factorization.
Very good. Using prime factorization. Okay, so let's look at this particular question. So this is our first example. Do you all have this written down before I even start with the example? Do you all have this written down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So our first example is, let's say that we are given it says, given that we have, write this down for me, please. Given that we have 90. Now this is 90 expressed as a product of its prime factors. So this is the prime factorization of 90, this right here. So if I would say what is 90, you can say 90 is simply 2 times 3 times 5. So 2 times 3 times 3 times 5, that's what 90 is. And then they also give us 54. What is the prime factorization of 54? What is the prime factorization of 54?
2 times 3 times 3 times 3.
3 times 3.
Why y'all sound like y'all ain't sure? What is the prime factorization of 54?
3 to the power 3.
2
times
2 times 3 times 3
times
times
3.
3.
Yeah, 2 times 3 times 3 times 3.
Excuse me, Mr. Virginia.
Yes, go ahead.
This me powers. The Wi-Fi is still connected, but I don't understand what you're saying right now.
Yeah, we just started. Okay. All right, so the prime factorization of 90 is, write this down for me, please. The prime factorization of 90 is what? 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. And the prime factorization of 54 is 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. So, by the way, this was given. So the question give you this. So you don't have to find this. Maybe like, Mr. Petit, how I know that doesn't? No, you don't have to find it. They give you this in the question. And so, Sashanique, read the question for me. Find
the highest common factor of the two numbers.
So given that, so remember now, they already give you it, right? They already tell you that the prime factorization of 90 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. That's what they already tell you, right? They already tell you that the prime factorization of 90 is 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. And they already tell us that 54, the prime factorization of 54 is 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. Now, given that information, how can we find the highest common factor of these two numbers? Anyone know? Anyone have any idea of how we're gonna do that?
I know.
Go ahead.
I know the answer.
Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put them, you have to put them close to each other. So since they're on top of each other, we look at the factors they have in common, and we could circle them, and then we just put the highest one.
Put the highest one? No. Close, but no.
Well, basically, you have to group the like terms. And then, I guess...
Group the like terms? Someone's saying group the like terms. By the way, do you all have this written down before I move on? Cameron, do you have this written down?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. I still writing.
We're writing it down, Rick.
Still writing it down. Zaria, Fowler, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Crimson Clark, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Nika Roll, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
And everyone should be writing this down. But what I want to do is I want to find the highest common factor of these two numbers. I know that they give me 90. What is the prime factorization of 90? 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Good. And I have 54. What is the prime factorization of 54? 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. Right? So I know what is the prime factorization of 90. I know what is the prime factorization of 54. But so they give this to me, right? I don't have to find it. I don't have to solve it. They give this to me. But they're saying, using this information, how can I find the highest common factor? I want to know. Someone have to be able to tell me how they're going to do this.
Is it?
You have to circle the like factors, and each like factor, for example, you have to the like factors is 2 and 2, so you circle them together. And then once you find all the like factors, you have to times all the likes. You have to multiply all the like factors, and you get your answer.
Okay. Multiplying all the like factors. That's what she's saying. Anyone else? How are we going to find the highest common factor of this?
I think
Go ahead, Antoine.
in on two of the factors,
Mm-hmm.
and whichever number is highest, you put it.
Okay, okay. Anyone else?
I think you're supposed to multiply the ones that have the most of the C number will occur.
Mm-hmm.
Multiply.
Okay. Multiply it. How many persons think that the highest common factor is 5?
No, I don't think it's 5,
No,
but
sir. It can't be 5.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No?
I think it's 3.
You think the highest common factor is 3? Who think the highest common
18.
factor is 3?
I do.
I think it's
I do.
3.
3. It
Three.
has to be 3.
It's three.
Okay. All right, that's what I want you to do. Put your hands inside
I
the
have a
chat.
different answer.
Put your hands inside the chat for me, please. Wait, let me enable the chat. Yeah, put your hands inside the chat. The chat should be enabled. What do you think the highest common factor of these two numbers is? All right. I see 3. I see a lot of 3s. I see 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
Times
3.
3 times 2 times 5.
Okay, interesting. I want to find, I see 9. I see, so only 3 and 9. I see 16. 3, 9, 16. So it's between 3 and 9. Oh, I see 5. Okay. Anyone else? I see a lot of 3s, I see 5, I see 16. Anyone else have another answer that you think it is? What is the highest common factor of these two? Shalice, your mic is on. Okay. So we want to find the highest common factor of it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to list them. So we're going to write them again. So we're going to write 90 is equal to 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. By the way, the answer is not 3, and the answer is not 15, and the answer is not 16.
I know
The
the
answer
answer
is not.
I know the answer.
What the answer is?
9.
18.
9?
18.
It's 18.
18.
It's between
18?
9 and 2.
Between 9 and 2? Someone is saying 18? Okay, let's see.
It's 18.
It's 18.
It's 2? It's 2? Okay, 2 or 18?
18.
Okay.
18.
All right.
18.
He's saying it's
The
18.
answer 18.
I still
Alright.
say 9.
You still
Yeah,
say
it's
9.
18.
Still say 9. All right. So what we have to do is, so write this down what I have. So in order for us to do this, what we have to do is we have to relist the factors of 90 and 54, the prime factors. And then we want to circle the common factors, the common prime factors, right? So what is a common prime factor? 2 is common in both.
2.
Right? What else is
3.
common in both?
3.
3 is common in both. What else?
3.
Another 3.
Another 3 is common in both. All right.
That's it.
And that's it. Are there any other common factors, prime factors?
So,
No.
No, sir.
No.
so
So that means that the highest common factor, but how y'all get 18?
So you multiply all the you multiply 2 and 3 and 3
I think it's
together.
6.
and
You think
you
it's
get
6? Think it's 6?
the
So,
answer.
but how y'all get 18? Well,
I think they multiply 3 times 3 and 3 times 3 on the bottom, then add the.
Right.
no,
That's
the
how they get
HCF,
18.
the way how we get it is that these two grouped together counts for 1, 2. All right. And then these 3s counts for what? 1, 3.
1, 3,
And then these 3s counts for what? 1, 3.
1, 2.
So first thing we do, we group or we pair the common ones. So we pair this one, we pair that one, we pair that one. The ones that are not paired up, we don't worry about them. And then these 2s count for 1, 2. These 3s count for what? 1, 3. And these 3s count for 1, 3.
1, 3.
All right, so now we have 2 times 3 times 3, which gives us what?
18 because 3 times 3 is 9 and 9 times 2 is 18.
So let's do 2 times 3 is? 2 times 3 is what?
6.
6.
Six.
And 6 times 3 gives us what?
18.
18. So the answer is 18. 18. Who said 18 before I said
Me.
the 18? Who said 18 before me? So the
I
correct
did.
answer is 18. How
I
do we
did.
get
I did.
18? How do we get 18? Let me show you all
Because
again.
when you multiply all
So let me show you it again. So the answer is 18. Again, how do we get 18? The first thing that we did is we list the prime factorization of the two
common
numbers, right?
factors.
Then we circle the twos because they
We
are,
group the common factor.
yeah, we group the common factors. So we group this 2 and this count for 1, 2. We group these 3s and it counts for 1, 3. We group these 3s and it counts for 1, 3. Next, we say 2 times 3, which gives us what? 6. And then 6 times 3, which gives us 18. So that means that the highest common factor of these two numbers are going to be what?
18.
18. Let me know if you all understand how I got this. Let me know if you all understand how I got this, please.
Yes, sir.
So
Let me know if you understand.
Yes,
how I
sir.
got
Yes, sir.
it. No.
LCM.
Yes, sir. Mr. Petit, I understand. The only difference with this one and the one yesterday is that we don't have
The square root.
the square root on it.
Exactly. Anyone who do not understand how I got this, let me know if you do not understand how I got.
Good night, Mr. Petit. Sorry for being late.
Yes. Anyone who do not understand how I got this, do not understand how I got this.
Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
I thought that is how is find the LCM.
No, this is how you find the HCF. Yes. Uh-huh.
No, you're saying good afternoon. Just
Oh.
reaching out.
You don't understand? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, so let's go over. Anyone else who do not understand? Do not.
Good afternoon, Mr. P.
Mr. Petit.
I don't understand.
Rudy doesn't understand. Very what?
Sorry, Mr. P, for me coming late. I was on the thing and it kept on saying joining web binary, but like it wasn't taking me on the class until so I had to restart the thing.
Yeah, I saw you on for a very long time. Okay. Yeah, so who do not understand? Barry and who else? Barry and who else?
Rudy.
Barry and Rudy. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and explain it. Let me explain it one more time. So they give us 90. What is the prime factorization of 90? 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Let me just put all this on the screen so y'all could see it. Now that's what they give us. We didn't have to figure this out. They gave this to us, right? And then they gave us that the prime factorization of 54 is what? 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. And they want us to find the highest common factor of the two numbers. So what we're gonna do? We group the ones that are common. So we group the 2, and that counts for 1, 2. We group the 3s, and that counts for 1, 3. And we group this 3, and that counts for 1, 3. We do not worry about the 5 and the 3. All right, that makes sense?
Yes, sir.
And so we have 2 times 3 times 3, and that gives us 2 times 3, which is what? 6. And 6 times 3, which gives us what?
18.
18.
So what extra in the box?
Say it again.
What about the other 3 in the box?
We don't worry about that. The other 3 in the back and the other 5 in the back will not.
No, the next one.
This one?
No, when the 2 times 3 times 3.
This one?
Yes, sir.
That's what we bring here.
Oh, okay.
Because 2 times 3 is 6. And
Yes,
then we
sir.
bring this down. Let me write that down. We bring that down. We bring this down. All right, and that's how we get 6 times 3, which gives us 18. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good day, sir.
Do y'all understand that?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Nateo.
Yes,
sir. Right, hold on. 2 times 1, 2 times 2, or 2 times 3.
Okay, so you understand how we group these, and these 2 count for 1, 2, and then this 3 counts for 1, 3, and then this 3 counts for what?
The next 3. I understand. if we have like, say like the first one was 3/3, that'd be 1/3. Then we had an extra 3/3, that'd be an extra.
Say it again.
Like,
say if we had.
say we have two 3s, right?
Uh-huh.
We ain't putting like two of them now. We only putting one now.
Okay, for this one it's 5 and 3, so we can't do nothing. So we just
Yeah,
leave
because
it.
they're in the same number.
Exactly, they're in the same. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So yeah, so so this is just 3 and this is 3 and this is 2. Then we just multiply it. So 2 times 3 gives us what? 6. And then 6 times 3 gives us what? Gives us what? 18. 18. All right, do the rest of y'all understand this? Let me know, please, if y'all understand this.
Yeah,
We got 18.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Makes
sir.
sense? All right, good. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Go ahead and take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. My number is 426-8891. Again, my number is 426-8891. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Let me send my number again. Again, my number is 426-8891. Good evening. You understand how we got this, Anushka? Where's Anushka?
Could you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, so I'm looking at it, I'm gonna try and understand it. But if you like, you could probably go over it from here and try explain it.
No, not if I like. That's my job.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I think I have to join back because the screen blah.
Okay, no problem. So, Anushka, what we do is we group the common factors. So 2 and 2, we group it, and like that counts for 1, 2. All right. These 3s counts for 1, 3. These 3s counts for 1, 3. Does that make sense? We don't worry about the 5 and the 3 because they're not the same. All right. So we have 2 times 3 times 3, and we say 2 times 3 gives us what?
6.
6, and then we bring down this 3. 6 times 3 gives us what?
18.
18. All right. All right. Do y'all understand this? Let me know if y'all understand this, please.
Yes,
The
sir.
rest of y'all understand this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means that we can go ahead and do y'all have this written down? Let me know if y'all have this written down and you already sent the work to me. Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Petit. Good night.
Yes,
Oh,
I am
tonight.
unable to write.
Yeah.
I will have to just watch the class and send everything else tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem. Just remind me, please.
Mr. Petit, I
Yes, sir.
still don't really get it.
You don't understand it? Why? Okay, no problem. Let's do another one so that I could explain it. Okay, so let's do another one. Let me move this slide. Shalice, you understand this? Where's Shalice?
Yes,
How you
sir.
slide? You see how you do that right, like for 90. How are we supposed to find the numbers that?
No, they are given. Somebody said they give it they gave it to us, so you don't have to find them.
Yeah, sorry, but
Understand?
truly, I think grade 9 you said like you had to find the number. It
Oh,
wasn't
no.
given.
Okay, okay, that's a good point. Sometimes they give it to you, sometimes they're not. For this particular question, they already give it to us, so we don't have to find it. All right. So let's go
Yes,
ahead
sir.
and do another one. Example 2. So let's say we have say that we are given 24 and 36. Write this down for me, please. So we are given that 24, the prime factorization of 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And the prime factorization of 36 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And Calvin, where's Calvin Hyla? Can you read this? Where's Calvin? Calvin, can you hear me? I can't hear from Calvin. Anthony? Where's Anthony St. Remy? Anthony St. Remy, can you hear me? Can't hear from him. Samaya, where's Samaya?
Yes, sir.
There's 2 Samayas. I'm talking to the Samaya with the Y. Samaya, can you hear me? I don't know if she can hear me. Samaya, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you read this question for me, please? Start from given that.
Given that, find the highest common factor of
No.
two numbers.
Given that, you have to read the prime factorization of them.
Okay. Given that 24 equals 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. 36 equals 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Find the highest common factor ACF of the two numbers.
Very good. So we have that 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. We have 36 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And our goal is to find the highest common factor of these two numbers. Okay. All right. Alea, are you writing this down? Are you writing this down, Alea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jordan, Richie, where's Jordan?
Right on.
Are you writing this down, Jordan?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how to do this?
Yes, sir.
And Tyreek Williams, are you writing this down? Tyreek Williams, are you writing this down? Where's Tyreek
Yes, sir.
Williams? Okay. And Xavier Cooper, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everyone should be writing this down, please. Yes, go ahead.
I have the answer.
You have the answer?
After class, write down the notes from last class, right?
I have the answer too.
Yes, Kane, and you need to know some last class as well. All right.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so what y'all answers anyway?
The answer is
12.
12.
I got 12. I got 12.
You got 12?
Yeah, 12.
Yes, sir.
How come all y'all
I
get
got 12
12?
too.
How come all y'all get 12? You think 12 is the answer?
Yes, sir.
Well,
Okay.
12 is right.
You get 12 because it's right. Okay. Okay. I hope you keep the same energy if it's wrong. All right. So let's go ahead and do it. How are we gonna do it? What we have to do? We do what?
We have to group the common factors.
We have to group the common factors, the common ones. So that would be what?
2.
So that'd be the twos,
Twos.
the twos,
Threes.
Twos.
and what else?
And the 3.
Other two.
The next
And the
twos.
3.
2.
How about this two and
And then
this
the
three?
tree.
How about
So
this two
don't
and that?
forget about that.
No, sir.
No, we don't worry about that, right? So we just do what? This one, right?
3.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all writing this down? You have to write this down
Yes,
for me.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Make sure I write this down.
Yes, sir.
Make sure I write this down.
And
Now,
then you have to bring them down to multiply.
now these two count for what?
1, 2.
This count for 1, 2, right? And this two
I
counts
got
for what?
12.
This two
1,
counts
2.
for 1, 2,
1, 2, 1, 2.
and then this 3 counts for what?
1,
1,
3.
3.
1, 3.
1, 3.
1, 3. Very good. Alex Delaveau, are you writing this down? Alex Delaveau, are you writing this down? Alex, I can't hear you. Where's Alex? I can't hear you, Alex. You're very low.
Right here.
Are you
Mr.
writing this
Petit.
down?
Yes, sir.
Good. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I want to know, does it always work if I would say if I want to divide 24 by 36? Would give me the HCF?
Does it always work? That's not how we do it. We have to first find out.
I'm just asking.
If you want to what? Divide. Oh.
Yes.
No.
That's what I said. If it doesn't always work.
No. It's just coincident in this case. Barry, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Andrea, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Remember that we always, can you let me know?
Yes, sir.
Remember that
Yes,
we always group the common factors and the count as 1. Okay, so now we have the multiply, right?
Yes, sir.
So 2 times 2 gives us what?
4.
4.
2 times 2 is 4. So this 2 times 2 is 4.
4.
And then this 3, bring that down, right?
Yes, sir.
And then we have 4 times 3,
4
which
times
gives us
3.
what?
12.
12.
12. So the HCF is 12.
12.
Joseph Kalma, are you writing this down? Where's Joseph? Joseph Kalma, are you writing this down? Joseph Kalma, are you writing this down? I can't hear from Joseph. Damari, are you writing this down? Where's Damari? Damari, can you hear me? Where's Damari? The rest of you, please make sure I write this down because we're gonna move this. We have one more example to do. Delvon Sands, do you understand this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's good. Deontay Smith, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got our answer?
Yes, sir.
Explain it for me, please. Explain how I got 12. Start from the top.
So we rewrite the factors of 24 and 36.
The prime
And
factors.
then the prime factors, and then we group the factors that are common in both numbers, and then we multiply it.
You do that so broad.
So
yeah, go ahead, continue.
So 2 times 2 equals 4, and then 4 times 3 equals 12.
Very good.
And that's our
highest
common factor.
Very good. So the highest common factor of 24 and 36 is 12. And so the HCF here is 12. Zaria Fowler, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Wyatt, do you understand that now? Where's Wyatt?
So y'all lost me with that.
Good afternoon, Mr. Petit. Mike's device did die, but I did charge it again. But
Okay.
I sent you the previous.
Okay. Go ahead, Wyatt. What you say you understand?
Oh, never mind. I get it.
You get it?
Mr. Petit, what that 2436 by HCF on the answer mean?
What? This? This?
That's
the equation above.
Okay, does anyone want to help him? What does this mean?
That's the equation above
You found the HCF of 24 and 26.
The so this is saying the HCF of 24 and 36 is 12. All right. That's what that's saying. Okay,
Thank you.
Do you have this written down? Do you have this written down? I mean,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a picture of this slide as well. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need to see your notes. Some people are not sending their notes. I need to see your notes. Antoine, do you understand this? Where's Antoine?
Good day, so you get my notes.
Rachel.
Yes, I got it. Mateo.
Mr. Petit, my mommy been off for like she could be off for like 5-6 days, so that's why I'm in sending the notes this week.
Okay, once she come home, wait, you mean off as in away?
Yes, sir. I waiting for her to come out so I could just send everything in bulk.
Okay, no problem. But make sure to send them. You gotta send them. Where is
so she could be back on Wednesday.
Okay, where's Charles Alita Bevins? Are you there? Charlesetta Bevins, are you there? How about Deshaun Clark? Oh no, not Deshaun. Deshauna Clark. Deshauna Clark, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
Felia Cooper, do you understand what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And Jeff Tonic Murphy, do you understand what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
Kimberly, do you have this written down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Nathan Patton, do you have this written down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Tyreek Williams, do you have this written down? Where's Tyreek?
I have it.
Okay, okay, good. Let's do one
I
more.
write. I write it down. I almost finished.
Who's that speaking?
It's Tyreek.
You have to take a picture of it because we're gonna
No, I finished now. I finished.
You're finished now. Okay. Let's do another example. I think we have one more example. I think. Yeah, we do. Okay, let's say we have, given that, write this down for me, please. This will be an interesting one. Given that we have 468. Wow.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Can I use the restroom, please?
Yes, you can, very quickly. 468. What is the prime factorization of 468? I have it on the screen. What is it? What's the prime factorization of 468?
2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 13.
Times 3 times 15 times 13.
Very good. Eronique Burrows, what is the prime factorization of 468?
Two times 3 times 3 times 13.
Very good. And go ahead.
So if it's given, they'd have it like that. So we look to like the factor tree and then like that.
No,
because
no.
it's given.
Yeah, you don't have to use the factor tree because they already give it to you. And then you have 702. What is the prime factorization of 702?
2 times 3 times
3 times 3 times
3 times 3 times 13.
Times 13. Very good. So our goal is to find the what? Highest common factor of the two numbers. So Shekinah, read this question for me, please.
Find the highest
No,
common.
start from given that. And read this too.
Given that 468 equals 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 13, and 702 equals 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 13. Find the highest common factor of the HCF of the two numbers.
Very good. Shalise Bo. Where's Shalise?
Yes, sir.
Can you read this question for me, please?
Given that 468 equals 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 13, and 702 equals 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 13, find the highest common factor HCF of the two numbers.
Very good. Okay, this is a good one. How are we gonna do this? So first thing we're gonna do.
We're gonna
what are we gonna do to get our answer? What are we gonna do, class?
The common
On the group, the common numbers, the common factors.
So,
excuse Mr. Petit,
uh-huh.
the highest common factor is right there.
You think so?
The highest common factor.
So if you think you know the answer, put your answer inside the chat. If you think you know the answer. If you think you know it, put it inside the chat. Where's Liliana? Liliana, are you there? Liliana, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Is 2 and 2 common?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna group them, right?
Yes, sir.
How about 2 and 3? Are they common?
No, sir.
No, so we can't group them. Can we group 3 and 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can. Can we group 3 and 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can. Is there anything else we could group, class?
13.
13 and 13. So we have 2. So the 2's counts for what?
1, 2.
It counts for 1, 2. The 3's counts for what?
1, 3.
1, 3. And the 3's counts for what?
1, 3.
1, 3. And the 13's count for what?
1, 13.
1, 13. Do you all know the answer yet? Before I say
Yes.
it?
I know the answer. I know the answer.
I
know the answer.
I know the answer.
What's
Look
the
in
answer?
chat. I put
What's
it
the
in
answer?
chat.
I get
234.
234.
234.
234.
I get 234.
234 or 13.
234.
234.
Okay, so we have the multiply, right? So we say, so we have 2 times 3 times 3 times 13. We're gonna
multiply.
We're gonna multiply. So I'm gonna multiply it out for y'all because I don't just want to put the answer there. So if we were to multiply it out, it'll be 2 times 3, which gives us what?
6.
6.
And
And 3 times 13 is what? 39. 39. 39.
Yours.
39.
39. So that
I
means that
get 4.
so that means that the HCF
And this,
it's-
oh,
the HCF is going to be equal to what?
234.
6 times 39. So we have 39 multiplied by what?
6.
Multiplied by 6. 6 times 9 is what?
54.
6 times 9 is
54.
54. Put the 5 down. So I put the 4 down, put the 5 up. 6 times 3 is
18.
18 and 18 plus 5.
23.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's going to be 2, 3, what? 4.
234.
So that means that the HCF.
Reciprocity.
So I mean, 1 second. So that means that the HCF is what?
234.
234.
234. Does that make sense to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the HCF is 234. How many persons had that before me?
I did.
I did.
Me.
I did.
I did.
Do your work
I
on
did.
I did.
Very
Like
good.
how you have it.
Very
I
good.
did 2, and then I did times, and then I did the 3 times 3 is 9, and then the 13. I didn't just do like I just have 6 and 39.
That's no
I
problem.
did that also.
That's no problem. Remember, multiplication is, I don't know, did we do the commutative property? Because multiplication is commutative, so that means that it doesn't matter the order
How
in
you
which,
do it.
yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
matter the order. Once you multiply them, that's very important.
Yes.
All right, put I inside the chat if you understand how to do this. Put I inside the chat if you understand how to do this. If you do not understand, please put N, because we're gonna do graded exercise. And if you don't understand it, you'll be in plenty problems. So put I in the chat if you understand. Put N if you do not understand. And take a picture of this slide and send it to me via WhatsApp. I want a picture of your work. I don't want my work. I want a picture of your notes. My number is 426-8891. Jamar Flowers, where's Jamar Flowers? Put I inside the chat if you don't understand. I mean, if you do understand, put I. If you do not, put N. Where's Jamar Flowers? Can you hear me?
Good afternoon.
Yes, Jamar, you say that you do not understand, right?
I came late.
And
My
you do not-
Wi-Fi was freaking out.
Yes, I noticed that. You want me updated me? So Jamar, the first step we're gonna do is we're gonna group the common factors. So we group the 2, and that counts for 1, 2. We group the 3's, and that counts for 1, 3. We group the 3, and that counts for 1, 3. And we group the 13, and that counts for what? 13. Does that make sense to you so far? That's the first thing we do. Jamar? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me? I'm saying, does that make sense?
Yes,
The
sir.
grouping, that makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next thing that we do after we already group them, we just multiply them. So 2 times 3 gives us what? Gives me what?
6.
6 and
6.
3 times 13 gives me what?
39.
39.
39, and I multiply 6 times 39, and that gives me what?
234.
That's how I got the HCF. All right, does that make sense to you?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
You can need to
Thank
take a
you.
picture of this, please. I'm gonna move this right now. You can need to take a picture of this because I'm gonna move this
Okay.
right now. And it's not okay, it's either yes or no, sir. Is there anyone else who do not understand how to do this before we go into the grade exercise? You do not understand how we get our answer. Do not. If you do not understand how we got our answer, let me know. How many persons have already sent in their work? Let me know if you already sent in your work to me via WhatsApp.
I did.
I did.
All right, Randolph. Only 4 persons. Anyone else have already
I
sent in
did.
their work?
I did. I did.
I did.
Gonna send it right now.
Okay, I'm still waiting for the rest of you to send in your work. Where is Ajani? Ajani, do you understand this? Where's Ajani?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
I said mine.
Okay, good. Why you say that like that? Say it like you singing. Oh wow, yeah, that's so funny. Devin Bar, do you understand this? Devin Bar,
Yes, sir.
you do? Okay. Okay, so we are about to do a grade exercise. The instructions for, so we're not doing a quiz on this, by the way. We're not doing a quiz. Some of you do those quizzes so fast. I don't understand how y'all do them quizzes so fast. So we're gonna actually do the work, actually do the working. So you're gonna do a grade exercise. And I want you to write it out in your book and actually work it out, right? And then find your answer like that. And then we're gonna go over it together, all right? So let's go with the grade exercise. Okay, let's go. So it's 3 of them. I'm gonna give you. The first one, write this down for me, please. Just 3 of them. So you have 3 of them to do. All right, so this is the grade exercise that we have 3 of them. Write them down in your book. All right, again, write them down in your book. Destiny, what number you on? Destiny, what number you on?
I'm writing it down now.
You're writing it down now? Okay, good. And
That's all.
you should be writing this
You
down.
have to write this in our book.
Write it in your book. Yes, write it down in your book. It's 3 of those questions that I want you to do on your own. Don't ask nobody for help. Do it on your own.
How long we have to do this?
Right now. You only
What
have
if I
like,
say I write that?
if you say you're ready, then you gotta send a picture of your work. We ain't gonna take too long on this. So quickly write this down and do it. I need y'all to quickly do this because we have to move on to LCM. All right, so you don't have all night. And for the people who like to write slow, the problem is you will get left behind because you have to write with haste, right? Because we don't have all night to do this. Devana Knowles, what number you on? Devana Knowles, what number you on? Where's Devana Knowles? I can't have from Devana. Dazon Curry, what number you on? Dazon Curry.
Number 1.
Number 1. Do you understand what to do for this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Falia Cooper, what number you on? Falia Cooper, what number you on?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, did you call me?
Falia.
Always writing this?
Number 2.
Falia,
Yes, sir.
what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2, good. Devana Knowles, what number you on, Devana? Devana, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Antio and Ahmad, what number y'all on?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
We gotta do it when we get on. We going on right now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what we did? Or no?
Yes, sir. Something like that.
Something like that? Okay.
Yes,
When you reach home, make sure I write it down because you're not able to write because you're driving. Okay, where's Vincent? Vincent, can you hear me? Vincent? And Malaysia, what number y'all on?
I'm doing number 1 right now, but I'm almost on number 2.
Okay.
I'm on number 2.
Number 2.
Number 1.
Shavette Harris, what number you on?
I'm on number 2.
Number 2. And anyone on number 3 yet?
Yeah,
Me,
so I'm
I
answering them
am.
wrong. I'm answering them wrong.
Okay, okay, interesting. That's a surprise.
I am.
Okay, that's good. That means y'all working. Debria DeVoe, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Shalise, what number you on? Number 2. And Josh? Where's Josh? Josh, what number you on? Joshua?
Mr. Petit, you said to
Tree.
send a picture of it to you when we're done.
Yeah, you finished, Princeton?
Yes, sir.
All 3?
Yes, sir.
That's incredible. Anyone else finish?
I'm almost
I'm finished.
Yeah, I just sent it in.
If you yeah, right.
Ready, finish.
Take a picture of it and send it. Let me see proof. Take a picture and send it, please. I see. Yes, ma'am.
Could you check the chat and see mine, please? Remember, I'm not
Oh,
writing.
yeah. That's true. Okay, I see your stuff. Okay. And Condoleezza, I also see your message as well. Charltonique, what number you on?
I'm done. I'm sending the picture right now.
Jervin, where's Jervin? Jervin.
Yes, Mr. Petit.
One moment. Where's Jervin? Jervin, can you hear me? I can't have him, Jervin. Krizia, where's Krizia? Krizia, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Petit.
Yes, go ahead. Krizia, what number you on?
I'm done. I sent in my work already.
All right. Kai one
I'm
Parker.
done, Mr. Petit.
That's good. Where's Kai one Parker? Kai one, are you finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Kai one, you already sent in your work? Kai one, you need to send in your work if you finish. The rest of you, what number y'all on?
I finished.
I am already, sir.
I'm done.
I finished.
Finishing up now.
I'm finished.
Okay. All right. Anyone want to help me with number 1 since you already finished? Anyone want to help me with number 1?
Me, I want to.
Go ahead,
The
Nika.
answer is 18.
Go ahead, Nika. What we gonna do?
We can circle the twos on
Circle the
twos.
twos. So this 2, that counts
And
for what?
That count as 1, 2.
1, 2. And then this 2,
That also counts as 1, 2.
that counts as 1, 2.
We also can circle the 3. The 3s.
And then we circle the 3s.
That also counts as 1, 3.
That counts as 1, 3. Very good. Okay, good. And so what we gonna do at this point?
We can start to multiply it.
So 2 times 2 is
4.
4. And 4 times 3 is
12.
4 times 3 is 12. Did anyone else get 12 for the HCF? Did anyone
Me,
else?
I get 12. I get 12.
Got it. I got it.
I got it.
Very good. If you got it, please put a tick. If you got it right, please put a tick. If you got it right, please put a tick. I want everyone to take a picture of their work and send it to me via WhatsApp, please. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where's Antio or Ahmad? One of y'all. I need you to answer this one. Antio or Ahmad?
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead, Tyreek.
I was asking if I could try number 2.
You want to try? I can let you do number 3. Okay. Antio or Ahmad? Where's Antio or Ahmad? Are you there? Antio or Ahmad? I can't hear from them. Antio or Ahmad, can you hear me? Okay, can't hear.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead, Naja.
You don't mind if I do number 2?
Yeah, you could do number 2. Go ahead, do number 2. Since I cannot.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, can I please step out?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Number 2, what you have?
So, for number 2, I have.
What we circling?
You have to circle the twos.
Very good. We circle the 2s.
Then circle the next 2.
Then circle the next 2s.
Skip the middle.
Circle the 2 3s.
Skip the middle and then go to the 2
Joel, allow her to explain it. Come on. Go ahead, Naja.
Then circle the 2 3s.
Do we circle these? There's 2 and 3?
No, so we skip them.
Skip them, so we go on.
The threes.
Go into the 3s. And then what else?
Circle the 3.
And so then that's 3, very good. And so that means that what are we gonna do with these 2s?
Bring them down.
This counts as 1, 2, and this counts as what?
That counts as 1 2.
Counts as 1 2, and this one counts as?
That counts as 1 3.
And this one counts
and the
as?
other one counts as 1 3.
By the way, what was your final answer for this one?
36.
36.
Okay.
2 times 2.
So we have
times 3.
We have 2 times 2 gives us what?
4.
4. And then 3 times 3 gives us what?
3 gives us 9.
9. And 4 times 9
is equals to 36.
4 times 9 gives us 36. Did anyone else get 36? Let me know, please, if you got 36.
Yes, I did.
I did.
Yes, sir.
36, very good. 36, very good. If you got 36, you're
Good.
absolutely right. Anyone? Okay, now next. Number 3, go ahead. Someone asked me to do number 3.
Number 3 is 28.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Tyreek.
The guy.
First you bring down the 2.
So we circle the 2s.
And then the next 2.
The next 2s.
You skip the 3rd one.
You skip these 2.
And the 4th one.
And the 4th one.
And you circle the 7s.
Very good. So what we
and
got
then
is,
and then you do 2 times 2.
Let me do 2 times 2.
That's 4. Times 7.
Times 2. And then we bring down
7.
the 7.
7.
Which is 28.
So we have 2 times 2, which gives us what?
4.
4 times 7 is 28.
Yeah, 28.
Taran, give him a chance to explain it. 4 times 7. Go ahead, Tariq.
28.
It's 28. All right. Did anyone get 28 for this one?
I get it.
Yes,
I did.
I did.
I got it.
The answers are as follows. Number 1, 12. Number 2, 36. Number 3, 128. Did anyone get all right? Let me know if you got all right.
I did.
Yes, sir.
I got all right.
I did.
I
got all right.
I did. All right.
If you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got 1 wrong, put Y. If you got 1 wrong, put Y. If you got 1 wrong, put Y. If you got 2 wrong, boy, that's tough. Okay, so do y'all understand this so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so pretty easy. Let me see if we have a quiz on this. I don't know. I doubt we have a quiz on this, but
I want to.
say you want a quiz.
I'm glad I want to do a quiz.
You want to do a quiz on? I doubt it. Though.
I feel like I'll pass this quiz in flying colors if we have one.
Yeah.
We will fly colors.
Okay. We can have to do the LCM. So we already know how to do it for the HCF. How are we gonna do it for the LCM now? So that's what we have to figure out.
I think for the LCM, you're just looking for the lower number.
Let me just looking for no one, not the one number. Okay.
Nope.
What do you think?
Subtracting or something.
Like you can do the same thing, like circle all them, but you can multiply with the 3 and the 5 too. If you do a number 1 for the LCM.
Okay, so you think we also include the other sets at the back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, we don't have a quiz, so we have to move on to we have to move on to the LCM one. Okay, so let's do that.
A multiple is different from a factor, though.
It is. It is. It is different. All right. Okay, let me stop sharing and I'm gonna share again. We're gonna do it with the LCM. Okay. So, all right, so, okay. So for LCM, okay, I'm doing this wrong. One moment. So the LCM is sort of different. The LCM, you still group them, right? But the only difference is that you actually like include the back numbers this time. So let me know if y'all could see my screen, please. Let me know if y'all could see my screen.
I only
It only
see
white.
Yeah, I see nothing.
Blank.
A blank? Okay.
White, yes.
Okay, okay.
Now you see it.
You can see it now? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so write this one down for me. So you already have in prime factor form, we have 8, which is, write this down for me, please. We have 8, which is 2 times 2 times 2. We have 12, which is 2 times 2 times 3. And they want us to figure out what is the lowest common multiple of 8 and 12. So again, we do the same thing. We list the prime factorization again. Then we group the 2's, and we group the 2's. But with the 2 and 3, do we include them? Do we include them this time around?
No, sir.
Yes, we do, because we're doing with the LCM now. So with the LCM, we do include the 2 and the 3. So we solve the 2 and the 3. All right. So we do include the 2
Mr.
and the
Petit,
3.
I can't
Yes.
hear you at all.
Can the rest of y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
It might be something wrong with your Wi-Fi thing.
I got kicked out just now, Mr. Petty.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you and Lamar Wi-Fi.
This was Badit. I can hear you, but you low.
I'm low?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, how about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, that better, that better.
That's better. Okay, so Antoine, explain how we got the LCM. Antoine.
Excuse me, Ms. Badit.
Yes, Andrea.
I think that's supposed to be is of what of the lowest common factor. I think that's supposed to be is.
What is? Thank you. Thank you. What is? Thank you. What is the LCM? So what is the LCM of 8 and 12? Go ahead, Antoine, how are we gonna get the LCM for this one?
You group together the two tools first, and then you group together the next two tools, and then you multiply it, and then the 2 and the 3 you put it down to, and then you get your LCM.
Very good. Now we have to multiply, right? What is 2 times 2?
4.
That's gonna be what? 4. So 2 times 2 is 4. And what is 2 times 3?
6.
2 times 3 is 6. All right.
4.
So we have 2 times 2, which gives us 4.
Mr. Petit, if you can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
I can leave and come back in.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
My mic, because I can't hear you at all. Like,
okay, I can hear you. So we have, what is 4 times 6?
24.
24.
24. Very good. 24. 24. Okay, do y'all understand this working? Do y'all understand this working?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir, we
it's very similar to HCF. What's the difference between HCF and this one?
You have to add the extra number.
Calculate all the numbers.
Is it all the numbers?
Yeah, we're using all the numbers this
Include
time.
all the numbers.
We include all the numbers. Is there anyone who do not understand what we're doing? Like you're here and you're like, I don't understand what y'all saying. I don't understand at all. If you're here and you do not understand what's happening, please let me know.
Mr. Petit, so they give you the numbers or you have to find the numbers?
No, in this case, they give you the numbers.
Okay.
That's why they say in prime factor form. So they give you the numbers.
Okay.
Now there are cases where you have to find it, like determine what it is. But in this case, they give you the numbers.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so let's Tony Cooper, are you writing this down? For those of you who are finished with writing this down, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need to see what you're writing. Taran, where's Taran?
Right here.
Can you explain how I got 24, please? How did I get 24?
Hold on, let me think.
Look at it carefully. Look at it carefully.
You multiply the 2 times 2, which gives you 4, and 3 times 2, which gives you 6, and you multiply them 2, which gives you 24.
So for the LCM, do I include these two back numbers for the LCM?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I do. And that's the difference between the HCF and the LCM. Skylar, Skylar Hall, do you understand this? Where's Skylar Hall?
Yes, sir.
And Stanae and Stanesia, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
How about Ray Hall? Ray Hall, do you understand this? Where's Ray Hall? Ray Hall, are you there?
Sir.
Do you understand how I got this answer?
Yes, sir.
How did I get it?
Well.
So did I group the twos, right? And when I group the twos, this becomes what? 1, 2, right? I can,
sir.
and then when I group these
Yes,
twos,
sir.
when I group these twos, it counts for what? 1, 2.
2.
1, 2.
1, 2.
Do I include this 2 and this 3?
No. Yes, sir.
Do I include them? Do I include them?
2 twos, 2 to 2s.
Do I include this 2 and this 3? Do I include them at the back? Like right there, do I include them?
Yes, sir.
I do. And what is 2 times 2? That gives us what?
4.
And what is 2 times 3? That gives us what?
6.
Good. And what is 4 times 6?
24.
24. Very good. Very good. Pakaz, where's Pakaz? Pakaz, can you hear me? Where's Pakaz? If you're here, make sure you are listening attentively so I could, when I call upon your name, you would be able to answer. Because I'm calling Pakaz. Pakaz, can you hear me? And I'm not getting a response. By the way, the rest of you, y'all finished writing this down because I want to move from this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hold on, I'm almost done.
Yes, sir.
Malia
Yes,
Major.
sir.
Malia Major. Where's Malia Major?
Yes, sir.
Are you finished writing this down?
Yes, sir.
And Michael Eugene, are you finished writing this down?
Probably.
Michael Eugene, are you finished writing this down? Where's Michael Eugene? Yes, okay. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so for this one, we have 75 and 105. And our goal is to find the lowest common multiple of 75 and 105. If you know what to do, you can put your answers inside the chat. But we have to write this down first. Where's Josh? Josh, are you there?
Yeah, so.
Read this question for me, please.
Okay, Brian Fox, the form 75 equals 3 times 5 times 5. 105 equals 3 times 5 times 7. What of the LCM?
So we'll say what is, sorry. We'll say what is, sorry.
What is the LCM? Lowest common multiple of 75 and 105.
Very good. What is the LCM, the lowest common multiple of 75 and 105? So what's the first thing we're gonna do? We have to what? We have to do what?
Well, the common term.
I have to group the term in terms. So we have 75 and 105. What is common?
3.
The 3 is very good. And that counts for what?
1 3.
1 3. And what else is common?
5.
The 5s. And that counts for what?
1 5.
1 5. Very good. All right. I'm finished, right? I just gotta multiply 3 and 5 and I'm done.
Finished.
No, sir.
3 times 5 would be what? What would 3 times 5 be?
15.
No, but what would it be? It would be what?
LCM.
No. What would 3 times 5 be? It would be the HCF. It would be the HCF. But we're trying to find the LCM. So what must we include as well?
5 and 7.
The 5.
7 and 5.
The 7 and 5. So we gonna circle what? 5.
7 and
5 and 7.
And we circle 7 and we're gonna include them, right?
Yes,
so we
sir.
have 5 and 7. And Kiajane, where's Kiajane? Can you hear me?
So,
Kiajane, are you writing this down? Where's Kiajane? Anyone get the answer? Anyone get the answer yet?
Mr. K, you put that off again.
Yes, sir.
What your answer is?
700.
What?
525.
25, 7.
It's 525.
I heard someone say 700. I heard
That was me.
No, it's
525 times 15, which is 525.
525.
Mr. Play, you put what of the LCM? It's what is the LCM?
Cleveland, if you were listening carefully, I already corrected that long time.
Oh, but it says it right there.
No, I already corrected it long time.
315.
315, no.
525. Mr. Petit, I'm multiplying that so I could get my answer.
Someone get 700, someone get 315.
It's 525.
525.
525.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's multiply it. Let's multiply it. We have 3 times 5, which is what?
15.
15.
15.
And 5 times 7 is what?
35.
When we,
525.
now when we multiply 15 times 35, what do we get?
525.
525.
You sure?
5 times 5.
Yeah, sir.
Yes.
How sure are you?
35.
Sure?
100% sure.
100% sure. Okay. Sounds like confidence to me. All right, let's go.
Mr. Petit, I got 525.
525. So we have 5 times 5, which is
25.
25.
Put the 5 down. Put the 2 up. 5 times 1 is
5.
Plus 2
Plus 2 is 7.
7.
17. I mean 7.
Put the 0 down.
Put the placeholder.
3 times 5 is
15.
15.
Put the 5 down. Put the 1 up.
Oh, wait. And
5 times 1 is, I mean,
5.
sorry. 3 times 1.
1 equals 3 plus 1 equals
3
4.
plus 1 is
4.
4. Plus 5 plus 0 is
5.
7 plus 5 is
12.
12. Put the 1 up.
And put the 1 on top of the
7,
4.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's true, 12. Put the 2 down, put the 1 up.
525.
4 plus 1 is
5.
5. So the answer is
525.
525. So anyone got that before me? 525. Let me
Me,
know.
Yes,
I got that. I got that.
Yes, sir. I did. I got that.
You got that.
My mother get it before
I got
you.
that.
Who said that? Where's Vanaj? Where's Vanaj?
I'm here.
Do
You finished with the slide?
yes. I'm finished with the slide. Take a picture of this and send it to
Go,
me via WhatsApp.
You go back
Again,
to the last slide so you can take a screenshot of this.
I can. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that for me, please. Where is Isaiah or Asia Moxie? Or is boy, it's hard to pronounce that.
LGBT.
Yes, Genesis.
I'm gonna send all my stuff one time after class. Is that okay?
That's fine. Asia Moxie or is, how do you pronounce your name? How do you pronounce your name? You're speaking, but I cannot hear you. Can you type inside the chat? Let me know if you're here. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Due to unforeseen occurrences, I have to leave. Can you send me the notes via WhatsApp, please?
No.
It's Sasha.
No.
Mr. Petit.
All right. Be careful. No problem.
Thank you.
Ethan Bean. Where's Ethan?
Yes, sir.
You understand how we got to answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Elandra Parker.
Yes, sir.
You understand how we got to answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You already sent me the work?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Gilbriana? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
You already sent me the work?
Yeah, no, sir. I'm sending it right now.
That's good. Kalia Forbes. Where's Kalia Forbes?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Ernie, sorry, and I are about to leave to go home. Can you send us the notes and the quizzes, please?
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Where is Wyatt? Wyatt, you understand how we got our answers? Where's Wyatt?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Randolph. Where's Randolph?
Yes, sir.
You understand how we got our answer?
Yes, sir.
So you want me to keep on asking me about you? Are you paying attention or no?
Yes, sir. I did send you my work.
No, I'm asking, are you paying attention?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what's happening or what we're doing?
Sir.
Okay, good. Okay, do y'all need one more example or are we ready for the grade exercise now?
We're ready for the graded exercise.
Sure?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so that means that I don't want to hear, oh, I get number 1 wrong, I get number 2 wrong. So we're gonna do graded exercise. Y'all want to avoid this example, so we're gonna do the graded exercise. Someone said they needed the previous slide.
Yes, sir.
This is it right now. Please take a screenshot of that. Okay, we good?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the grade exercise now. Remember, this is LCM, not HCF. So 1690, we did this already. Grade exercise number 2. For these ones, you're gonna write them in your book. You're gonna do the work in your book, and you're gonna take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. So these ones you do by yourself on your own. All right, you don't ask no one for help. And then you're gonna send me proof that you did it. Yes, D'Angelo.
I just sent you after class.
What happened? What's the problem?
Me and home.
Okay, no problem. All right, but do you understand the work, D'Angelo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so number one is in prime factor form, I want to know what is this, the LCM of 12 and 20. Number two, I want to know the LCM of 45 and 63. And number three, I want the LCM of 210 and 330. Please do this as quickly as possible. We do not have all night to be on LCM and HCF. What is?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, ma'am.
We could write all three of them, then answer them.
No, do them. Write number one and then answer it. Write number two and then answer it. All right. Because I'm going to answer these very quickly. Okay. Cleveland, what number you on?
1.
Do you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Adrian Ferguson, what number you on? Adrian Ferguson?
I'm on number 2.
Do you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Always be doing these fast.
You're probably just writing it first. As quickly as you can, And Tio and Ahmad, are y'all still out? Or y'all are in at home now? And Tio and Ahmad, are y'all there? And Tio and Ahmad, can you hear me? Again,
They can't see a screen.
who said they can't see my screen?
Hey.
Log out and come back in.
Okay.
Anishka, you understand what to do? Anishka, you understand what to do?
I understand on number 2 right now.
Okay. And
Mr. Petit,
yes, ma'am.
could you check my chat, please?
I see them. And Alicia Auden, you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Carmelo Fernanda, you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Cordell? Cordell Pratt, do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
CC Joseph, do you understand what to do? Where's CC?
Yes, sir.
What happened to Nakari? How come I don't see Nakari in the class?
I'm sure what she'd be doing.
Say it again.
I'm really sure what she'd be doing.
I'm here, sir.
Who's that?
I've been here the whole class.
Nakari, how come you don't send your notes?
Because my mommy isn't here.
Okay. All right. Once you come on, please make sure that send in your work. Were you here yesterday?
No, sir.
Okay. But take a picture of your notes and send them to me, please, Nakari. Do you understand what we're doing, Nakari?
Yes, sir. I'm currently doing this now in grade 10, but not exactly like this.
Okay. Okay. Dior, where's Dior?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
I'm on number 2.
Do you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Anyone on number 3? Anyone on number 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I am number 3.
I am.
All right.
I'm done.
Who's
I
finished?
finished.
If you're finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, please. If you're finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Jamar Flowers, you understand what you're doing? Jamar Flowers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How about you, Jaden? Jaden Branchador, you understand what you're doing?
Yeah, sir.
Kaden Dean, you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
And Kalia Forbes, you understand what you're doing? Kalia Forbes. I can't hear from her. Kalia Forbes, you understand what you're doing? I can't hear from her. Rayshawn Cartwright. Where's Rayshawn? Can you hear me? Rayshawn Cartwright. Where's Rayshawn? Zion Neely, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3, Tyreek Williams. Tyreek Williams, what number you on?
Number 2.
Tony Cooper, what number you on? Tony Cooper, what number you on?
I'm finished.
Okay. Tony Cooper, what number you on, Tony?
No, I'm finished, Mr. Petite.
Who's that speaking?
Tony Cooper.
You're finished? Did you take a picture of your work and send it to me?
Yes, sir. I'm taking a picture right now.
Okay, who else is finished? Who else is finished?
I finished.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
Okay.
I'm also done.
Okay. Who else is finished? Let me know, please, if you're finished.
Number 2.
Okay.
The last one, answer long.
All right. Go ahead, Amaya.
Mr.
Yes, go ahead.
For LCM, needs to be some big numbers, man.
Yes, for LCM, they are huge. It would make
Right,
sense
Dan.
because it's the multiple. It's not a factor, right? It's a multiple. Okay, Amaya, I need you to help me with number 1. How did you get number 1, Amaya?
First we group the first set of 2s, and then the second set,
So this is gonna be
1
2.
set of 1, 2, sorry.
And then
The second group, that's another 2, and then we're going to do multiply. We're gonna add the 3,
and add the 3,
and then the 5.
then the 5, and then it'll be what?
2 times 2 times 3
Times, okay, yes,
times 5.
times 5.
And
Good.
then next row would be 4. So 2 times 2 would be 4. And then 3 times 5 would be 15.
Yes.
And 4 times 15 is 60.
4 times 15 is
60.
60. Did anyone get 60 for number 1? Let me know, please, if you got it.
Me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I got that.
All right, perfect. Y'all sure? Y'all just saying that?
No,
Let me
I
check- let me
got
check-
it.
let me
I'm
check.
sure.
I'm sure.
Sure. I got it.
Okay. All right. Volunteer for number 2, please.
No. Can I do it? I can do it. I can do it.
Me.
Can I
Um,
do it? I can do it.
Just get excited to do this rare.
Go ahead, Nico. Nico, roll.
Yes, sir.
Do number 2, please.
Okay. So first you can pick out the trees. That is 1, 3.
Yes.
And the next tree you can pick out, which also is 1, 3.
Yes.
And then you can circle the 5 and 7 separately.
That's correct.
And then you can multiply 3 times 3, which gives you 9.
Yes.
5 times 7, which gives you 5 times 7, which gives you 35.
That's correct.
And then you're gonna multiply 9 times 35.
And what you get when you multiply them?
You get 350.
What you get?
315.
Did anyone else get 350?
I get it. I get it.
Yes, sir.
I did.
I got it.
Me.
I also got
Excuse me,
315.
Mr.
Got
Petit.
it.
315. Yep.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
You mind if I do number 3?
No, I do not. Who else got 315 for number 2? Let me hear you, please.
I got it. I got it.
Did.
Did.
Um, Like I said, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Everyone should do that. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Go ahead, Naja.
Okay, so first you have to circle the 2 2s,
Yes.
then the 2 3s, and then the 2 5s,
Yes.
and the 7 and 11.
All of that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we do.
The LCM would be equals 2 times 3 times 5 times 7 times 11.
Whoa. So 2 times 3 times 5 times 7
times 11.
Times 11. Very good.
3 times 2 is 6.
Yes.
5 times 7 is 35. So 6 times 35 is equals to, 6 times 35 times 11 is equals to 2,310.
So 6 times 35 is 210. Times 11. Times 11.
Is equals to 2,310.
So 210 multiplied by 11 is 2,000.
310.
2,310.
10.
10. Very good. Did anyone else get this? 2310.
Yeah, so.
I got that.
I got all right.
Anyone else got all right? Let me know if you got all right, please.
I got all right.
Yeah, all right.
If you got all right, put I in the chat. If you got all right, put I in the chat. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got one wrong, put Y. If you got one wrong, put Y. And if you got two wrong, put N. So if you get all right, put I. Two wrong, put one wrong, put Y. Two wrong, put N. Okay, do y'all understand this? Understand how to do this?
Yeah, so.
Okay. Okay, I think this is straightforward. So we understand how to go ahead.
Why do you say put N? Because if you say, if I can understand and N cannot understand, you put N first, you get two wrong.
Yeah, then in this case.
Mr. Petit, you say one wrong, put I?
One wrong, put Y.
Why?
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and so we understand now how to use the prime factorization of a number to figure out the LCM and the HCF. So if they give you the prime factorization of a number, you can now determine what is the HCF and what is the LCM. All right. Our last and final topic, we're going to be looking at irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. So let's look at that. It's going to be our last thing that we do for this evening. So
This is our last subject before class over.
no, this is our last topic for math. Then we go into health science and general science. By the way, health science and general science is after this. So health and general is after this. Okay, so let's go ahead. Types of numbers. I'm going to tell you when to start writing. So we're going to be looking at irrational numbers, real numbers, even numbers, odd numbers, factors, and multiples. All right. So, okay, these are the objectives. We already know that. Okay, so we don't have the head up again. We don't have the head up again. Only thing you need to do is okay, so let's begin. So let's first start off with irrational numbers. Have any of you ever heard of irrational numbers? Like, what do we mean by an irrational?
Yes, sir.
Never ending numbers.
A number that cannot be expressed as a fraction or integer, I think.
Or integer? What do you mean by that? What is it? Okay, I'm gonna give you some numbers on the board, and you're gonna tell me which one is irrational. All right. So if I have 24 over 24. I have 0 over 3.6161. I have the square root of 2, and I have 8.66666, and continuing on forever and ever and ever and ever.
The square root thing, I think.
We're gonna call this one A.
Pi, one of them two, right?
So you're gonna call this one B. You're gonna call this one C. You're gonna call this one D. In the chat, tell me which one you think is irrational. In the chat, tell me which one you think is irrational. Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Is it D? Which one is irrational? Irrational. Is put in the chat. Put in the chat for me. Wow, I am seeing like this is wow. This is amazing. Y'all actually have different answers. I see in B, C. I don't see. I'm seeing A. Which one is irrational? Which one is an irrational number? Irrational. Irrational. What do you mean by irrational?
I would say C. C.
I'm seeing B. I'm seeing C. I'm seeing D. I'm seeing A. I'm seeing B. I'm seeing someone say no, not D. D. C.
It's D.
Only one person have A. That's strange. So nobody think it's A.
It's not
I'm having a conflict between B and D.
It's a fraction.
Is it?
A is a whole number, basically. D.
Yeah, I think it's
I ain't gonna lie, I say D.
You think it's D?
It's D.
You think it's D? You
Yeah,
think it's D?
A is a fraction.
I think it's D.
I think
it's D because
If you choose C, you dead wrong.
Because I picked D because it repeats itself.
You put D because it repeats itself. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Okay.
I have a conflict between B and D.
You have a conflict between B and D.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think it's more D, but I think C and D
I think
it's
it's a D because
C
C
and
is
D.
a I think it's D because C is a cube number.
Yeah,
All right.
I think it's C and D.
C.
All right.
I am confident in my
C and
answer.
D.
All right. This is what we can do. This is what we can do. We can do a
C.
vote. We can do a vote.
Yes,
We do a vote. How many persons think it's A? Wait 1 second. We're gonna do a vote. We're gonna do a vote. How many persons think it's A? Let me hear you. A. Gotta speak now, please.
I think
Speak
it's
now.
A.
Speak now.
I
How
think
many
it's
persons
A.
think it's A? A.
I do.
A. All right. A has like 3 votes. How many persons think it's B? B. If you think it's B, speak now.
Me.
B.
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 Me.
B. B.
I do.
B. All right. How many persons think it's
C?
C?
C.
I do.
I think it's C.
I think it's C.
I do.
Think it's C?
C. I do.
I think it's C.
Think it's C.
I changed it from D.
And how many persons think it's D?
Me.
I
D.
do.
I think it's C and D.
All right. Okay. So the winner is all the persons who pick C. Guess what?
What is it?
You are absolutely
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Okay then.
I say nothing.
Thank you.
I say nothing yet. I say nothing yet. I said all the persons who pick C. I am.
Mr. Petit, that looks like a square root. That look like no error.
Wake up in the morning feeling like he did.
All the
That looks
persons.
that look like the radical symbol. But
All the persons who pick C.
That look like square root symbol.
You are absolutely
that is the
correct.
radical. What?
I know.
Okay. Thank you.
Wake up in the morning.
It's a definition
Feeling like
example
he
and
did.
a property.
I picked C because all of them is decimals and fractions.
All right, all the persons who pick C, you are right. C is a irrational number.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Because it doesn't
Make sense.
make sense, exactly. Right? It doesn't make sense. That's a good way to think of it. All right, so let's go to the definition of irrational. Write this down for me, please. Irrational numbers cannot be expressed as a fraction. So all fractions are not, if it's a fraction,
Are we
it's
supposed to write down the question in the book?
no, write down this definition. All right. Write down this definition. So an irrational number cannot be expressed as a fraction. So if it's a fraction, it cannot be expressed as it's not a irrational. Sorry, if it's a fraction, then it cannot be an irrational number. If it's an integer, it cannot be an irrational number. If it's a whole number, it's not irrational. Because those numbers make sense. We could we know what is 2. We know what is 3. We know what is 4. So 2 is, for example, 2 over 4. That is not irrational because it's a fraction. 3 over 5 is not irrational because it's what? It's a fraction. 1 over 2 is not irrational. Why? Because it's a fraction. Give me another fraction.
2 over 6.
2 over 6 is not irrational. Why? Because it's a fraction. So all fractions are irrational. How about whole numbers? Whole numbers are also not irrational because whole numbers, we can express them as a fraction as 7 over 1. This can be expressed as 8 over 1. We can express this as 9 over 1. And we can express this as 10 over 1. So all whole numbers are not irrational. So whole numbers are not irrational. So fractions are not irrational. Whole numbers are not irrational. All right. So if you have a whole number, if you have a fraction, these were not considered to be irrational numbers. Right. So what are irrational numbers? If I say, Mr. Biddy, give me an example of irrational numbers. Well,
Pi is a rational number, right?
the square root of 2 is irrational. Pi is irrational.
Square root of 6?
No, not all square roots. Pi is irrational. The square root of 3 is irrational.
17 is prime numbers irrational or they're like rational?
No, the square root of prime numbers. So the square root of, say, 7 is also irrational. And why is that the case? If you go in your calculator and you do the square root of, for those of you who have calculators, and you do the square root of 2, the square root of 2 is actually a very long decimal. Anyone have the answer for the square root of 2?
1.
I have the answer.
What is it?
1.1421356
It's what? One second. The square root of 2 is what? 1.4
135
2 1
135
1.4
6
2 1
2
3 5 6
2 what?
2 3
2 3
7 3
7 0 3 0
7
3 0
7 3 0. By the way, do you know that this actually never stops? In your calculator, it stops, but it actually never stops, right? Because it's non-terminating. Irrationals do not. 1 second. Irrational numbers never end. They never end. Give me pi. What is pi? Pi is what?
3.1.
2. What else?
3.14159.265.
So 1, 4. Wait, not 2. I shouldn't put 2.
It's 3.14159.26535.
That's what it is.
1,
5
9
2
265
6
265
5
35
3
89.
and the list goes on, right? Does it ever end?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So irrational numbers, here's how you notice them. They never end. That's why they are non-terminating, right? They never end. And guess what? They do not repeat themselves. They're not repeating. So that's why 8.66666, that is not irrational because it repeats itself. Irrational numbers, they don't play them games. They don't repeat and they never end, right? That's why they're so weird. It's like, why would you do that? You don't repeat and you never end? Like, why? Go ahead. Someone have a question? Uh-huh.
You meant to put E for Euler's number?
Euler's number, yes, that's E, right? So, E. Now, E, y'all may not know what E is. E is a special number. If you look it up, E actually is 2.71828188285 and continuing. What's the square root of 3? Square root of 3. What is the square root?
1.732058.
Yeah, if you look in a calculator, it's 1.732058. And so on. Does it ever end? No, it never stops. And
Mr. Badee.
Yes, go ahead.
What is a what is a square root and how is find it?
Oh, you have to use a calculator. For these ones, you have to use a calculator. So they're using their calculator to find it. You can't you don't like know them out your head unless it's a perfect square.
Because I wasn't there yesterday, so I didn't really learn the square root thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you was not there yesterday. So square roots, if it's a perfect square, so for example, the square root of 89 is 9 because 9 times 9 is 81. Or the square root of 25 is 5 because 5 times 5 is 25. Or the square root of 36 is 6 because 6 times 6 is 36. You understand what I'm saying?
Somewhat.
Okay. Or the square root of 49 is what? 7 because what? 7 times 7 is 49.
So you just need a number where it's take 2 and it's equal to it.
Exactly. But if it's a prime number, you don't know it out your head. You have to actually use a calculator. Then you have E. E is a special number, which equals to
Yes, 2.718281885.
Yeah, 2.7182885. And it continues, right? This is a special number, just like pi. These are what? Irrational numbers. Why? Because they never end and they never repeat themselves. Does that make sense? One moment. They never end and they do not repeat. That's what we mean by irrational numbers. All right? Do you all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So what if you see the spiky part? Like next to the tree? What if you put a number on top of it? Does it still count as an irrational number?
Like the cube root or something like that?
Yes, sir.
It depends on if It depends on if the decimal stops. If the decimal stops, then it's not irrational. All right. It has to have a decimal that continues on and on and on and on and on and on. So that's what I mean by irrational. Go ahead.
You say E is a special number. I see no E on my calculator.
Just go online and type in Euler's number. If you have your phone, it's on your phone, but you have to go in the scientific.
You have to put in, make sure it's scientific calculator, and you'll see the E.
Yeah, you have to put in the scientific one, then you'll see the E. All right.
Also on your phone. It's also on the phone.
It's also on the phone too, but you have to go in the scientific part of it. Okay. Do y'all have this written down? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Yeah, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
My mom's phone is down right now, so I have to wait till I get another device where I can send it off of.
That's fine. That's no problem.
That's okay.
Okay. Does everyone know what even and odd numbers are? Well, I know. I mean, prime and composite.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know prime and composite? Y'all know prime and
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, so
I did that in class.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to do this. Just put the answers inside the chat. Just put the answers inside the chat. All right. True or false?
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
You can go back for 2 seconds, please. Let me take a picture of that slide.
I can't. One moment. So I want you all to, for this exercise, just put the answers in the chat, for me, please. Just put the answers inside the chat. True or false? Irrational numbers can be expressed as a fraction of two numbers. True or false? Decimals that are irrational are always repeating. True or false? Decimals that are irrational never end.
Do we put this on a book?
No, just
you writing it?
No, just put the answers in the chat. Do not do number 5. Y'all wouldn't know the answer to number 5. Unless you actually know what number 5 is, do not do number 5. I didn't teach that. And then do number 6, which number is even, and then do number 7, which number is odd. Put the answer in the chat for me, please. Anishka, what number you want? Anishka, what number you want?
Number 3.
Number 3. Alicia, what number you want?
4.
And Gilbriana, what number you want? Gilbriana, what number you want? How about Jeremiah Thurston, what number you want? Just put the answer in the chat, please. Just put the answer in the chat for me,
2.
please. Okay.
Number 2.
Okay, good.
Mr. Petit. You see the message I sent you on WhatsApp?
Nope.
Okay.
What you're saying?
I was asking if this was a PJCSE class.
Oh,
PJC class.
Oh, Jeremiah Thurston. Oh, I was
Yes, sir.
trying to figure out what number that is. Okay. Okay, now I understand. I was trying to, okay. Now I can answer your question now. I don't have your number saved, so I could save it and answer you, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Petit, are we doing it in chat or
Put the answer in the chat. Put the answer in the chat.
Okay.
Put the answer in the chat. Are we done with this? Let me know, please, because it's 8 o'clock. We have to quickly do this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
which y'all have for number 1? Irrational numbers can be expressed as a fraction of 2 integers. True or false?
False.
Yeah, most definitely false. Irrational numbers can be decimal. Decimals that are irrational are always repeating decimals. True or false?
False.
False. Irrational numbers do not repeat. Decimals that are irrational never end.
True.
What decimal is an irrational number?
C.
Why C?
Because that's part of
Because
the
that's the form, that's
It's going and going.
it doesn't repeat. It doesn't repeat.
number.
It does not
does-
repeat. Very good. It does not repeat. So it's gonna be C. By the way, this is pi.
Hold on, I don't understand why
You don't understand why?
being irrational numbers as well.
Because they're repeating. This is 1 6 1 6 1 6 1 6 1 6. Then this is 2 3 3 3 3 3. Once they're repeating,
Oh, so it's just to be random stuff.
yeah, just random, yeah. At the
I
bottom.
understand.
All right. And does anyone
But why isn't C a irrational number?
why isn't C? Because say it again, someone asking.
I was asking why isn't C an irrational number?
You mean
Because it's not repeating.
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Because it terminates.
14159.
Because it terminates. It stops.
It isn't the other C because it stops, right?
Yeah, it stops. Yeah, it's supposed to be D, by the way. This one stops, and if it stops, then it's not irrational. It have to never end. All right, does that make sense?
Okay, so the irrational number is the number like when the decimal go on, it doesn't repeat, right? So that's the irrational number.
It doesn't repeat and it doesn't stop.
Okay.
What two main types of numbers do real numbers include? Did y'all answer that?
Rational and
Rational numbers
irrational.
and irrational numbers.
Very good, Beyonce. Rational and irrational numbers. Number 6. Which number is even? That should be easy.
0.
0. 0. And number 7, which number is odd?
39.
39.
D, 39.
39.
39, good. We're going to move on to health science. So if you're not doing health science, you can leave. But if you are doing health science, you have to stay back.
Good night.
Health and general
Good
science.
night.
Health science and general science.
Night.
If you're doing health
Good
science and
night.
general science, please stay back. If you're doing health science and general science, please stay back. Health science, science.
Okay. Petit, I doing it?
Yes, you're doing. Yes, you're doing. Health science and general science, please stay back. Again, if you're doing health and general. Good night. Again,
Okay,
if you're
good
doing-
night.
Again,
Good night, Miss Boutique.
Good night. Again, if you're doing health science and general science, please stay back. All right.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
You want me to leave or stay? Because I don't want to.
Yes, you stay. Stay. If you're doing health science or general science, please stay back. That's exactly what I said. All right, so for health science, the last thing we did in health science was the 3 cavities, the 3 body cavities. Anyone can remember those 3 body cavities?
Thorax, abdominal, and
What are
cranial.
thoracic? Well, the cranial,
Cranial.
the thoracic,
And
and
abdominal.
the abdominal cavity.
Abdominal.
What organ is inside the cranial cavity?
The brain.
The brain.
The brain.
The brain. And what? Yes, go ahead.
You know if I'm supposed to be doing health science and general science.
What's your name?
Angelo.
D'Angelo? Yes, definitely. And what organs are inside the thoracic cavity?
The lungs, the heart.
The lungs, the heart. And what else? And in the abdominal cavity, what do we have?
The stomach.
The stomach, the liver,
The
the liver.
the kidneys.
Yes, and those stuff, right? Today we're going to be looking at a system that all of us should know. Yeah, they're still on Mathy. Let me move this.
Yeah. Digestive system.
No, something even more elementary than that. All right, let's head up. My name is Mr. Petite. If I give y'all one hint and y'all immediately know what it is, just one hint.
Circulatory system.
Nope. I give y'all one hint and y'all immediately know.
Skeletal system.
Nervous.
Nervous. Okay, this system.
Nervous system.
This system. Oh boy, let me see. This system gives the body shape.
The skeletal system.
Skeletal system.
Skeletal system.
I said that.
I said that.
I didn't say you were wrong. I didn't say you were wrong. All right. Subject, so health science. The topic is the skeletal system. The topic is the skeletal system. Skeletal system. All right. The skeletal system. All right, good. So before I even start this topic, I want to know, what do you know about the skeletal system? What's some things you know that are interesting about the skeletal system? What do you know
It's
about
what
it?
gives the body shape.
It's what
It
gives the
protects
body shape.
internal.
It what?
It's the organs inside of the body.
It what?
Protects internal organs.
Protects the organs inside of the body.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
And
Parts of the body.
It's the oat.
useful for I think reproduction of cells.
The bone.
Yes, gives the bone it gives the bone its shape. What else?
Does it help with reproduction of cells?
Very good. Helps with reproduction with the cells. Yes. What else? What else do we know about the?
It stores calcium.
Stores calcium. Yes.
It has 270 bones.
Not 70.
206.
206. Yes.
206 for adults.
206 for adults. Yes.
The bone made up of calcium and phosphate.
Calcium and phosphorus. Yes. Calcium and phosphorus. Okay, good. Oh, so a lot of people are not able to speak. So let me unmute them. Okay, so let's go over the details of the skeletal system. So we're going to first start off with some brief general notes, and then we're going to talk about its importance, right? And then at last, I'm going to let you draw a diagram for the skeletal system.
No, Mister. You know.
Do your best to draw. Do your best.
What?
Okay. All right, do your best. Okay, so brief notes. Let's start off with some brief notes.
Petite art was always my worst subject. I can't draw.
Me too. Me too. I didn't do good in art either. Okay, so the adult human skeleton. Write this down for me, please. The adult human skeleton has how many bones?
206.
206.
Approximately 206 bones.
And the child has 308.
Where's
306 or 300, I think.
Where's what's his name? Where's Ajani? Ajani, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
How many bones are inside the human adult skeletal system? Say it again.
206.
Ajani. 206. Very good. So the adult human skeleton has approximately 206 bones. The largest bone is what? Guess what's the largest bone?
The bone marrow.
No. No. The largest bone
The
is
femur.
The thigh bone. Thigh bone.
the femur or the thigh bone.
Yes, the thigh bone.
Yeah, that's the largest bone in your body. It's the largest bone. It's the thigh bone. And babies are born with more or less bones.
More.
With more, quote unquote, more bones than adults. They have about how much?
300 bones.
306 bones.
About 300 bones. Right? So babies have about 300 bones, but they're not really like different bones. The reason why they have more, anyone know the reason why they have more?
Because when they get older, their bones merge together.
Their bones fuse together as they grow.
Yeah, their bones fuse together as they grow. Very good. All right. Okay. Now, Let's look at the importance of the skeletal system. The importance of the skeletal system. So the importance of the skeletal system. Give me one second, please. All right, so the importance of the skeletal system. The first thing that we can say it what? Y'all get at me now, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
So the skeletal system gives what? Gives what? Shape?
The body shape.
Yeah, it gives shape to the body. So it gives the body its shape. Okay, that's the skeletal system. It gives the body its shape. What else does the skeletal system do?
Protect vital organs in the body.
Protects vital organs. How about movement? How does the body help? Does the bone help with movement? Does it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
it really does. Helps the body to what? Move. All right, what else about the skeletal system? It what? Protects what?
Vital organs.
Vital organs, internal
organs.
Internal organs or internal vital organs. Give me some organs that are protected by the skeletal system.
All the heart, the liver,
heart,
the lung,
the lungs,
the intestine, the stomach,
the brain.
lungs.
The brain is protected. The brain is protected by which organ? By which
The cranial cavity.
The skull. What else it does? It helps with what? Helps with posture. Anyone know what posture means?
Oh yes, so the way you stand.
Maybe sitting down or standing up.
Yeah,
Well,
yes, yeah, stand and sit down. It also
Helps with movement.
produces what? Or manufactures red blood cells. Y'all know that? The bone
Yes, sir.
the bone marrow in particular. And what else? It stores minerals like what?
Calcium and phosphorus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minerals like calcium and phosphorus. Okay. So that's it about the skeletal system. Now there are, so write this down for me, please. Okay. Nika, where's Nika? Nika Roll, can you hear me? Nika Roll, can you hear me?
I'm not in health science.
Okay, can you see my screen though?
Yes, sir.
What do you see on my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. Can you read the importance of the skeletal system?
Mr. Petit, I'm not in health science.
Can you read the importance of the skeletal system? That's all I asked you to do.
Yes, sir. The adult human skeleton has approximately 206 bones. The largest bone is the femur thigh bone. Babies are born with more bones than adults. They have about 300 bones. The importance of the skeleton system. Gives shape to the body, helps the body to move, protects internal organs, help with posture, produce red blood cells, stores minerals like calcium and
phosphorus.
phosphorus.
Very good. This, I want you all to draw this table. Inside the table, and I think that'll be the last thing. Inside the table, we have the different names. So we have the scientific name and we have the common name. And for the skull, what is the scientific name for the skull?
Cranium.
Cranium. And then we have, let me just show you the picture. We have the mandible. Now the mandible is the jawbone right there, right? That's the mandible. So the common name is jawbone. What's the scientific name?
Mandible.
Mandible. And then you have the collarbone. It's a scientific name.
Are we writing this?
Yes, write down the table. Draw the table for me, please. Draw the table down for me, please. Draw the table. Draw the table for me. So the collarbone, what's the scientific name for the collarbone? That's gonna be what?
Clavicle.
Clavicle. Very good. That's the clavicle. And what's the scientific name for the shoulder blade? That's gonna be scapula. And for the breastbone, what's the scientific name for breastbone? Sternum. Let me just show you all that in the image. So this right here, we call this the femur. This is the femur, but the scientific name for it is what? Another scientific name. The common name for the femur is what?
Thigh bone.
Thigh bone. And then you have the shin bone, which we call the tibia. That's the shin bone, the tibia, right? And then you have the spine, which is the vertebrae. Write this down for me, please. You don't have to draw this image, but just write down the chart. The hip is the scientific name for the hip is the what?
Pelvis.
And the kneecap, the scientific name for the kneecap is the what?
Patella.
The patella, right? The patella. And the ankle, what's the scientific name for the ankle?
Tarsals.
Tarsals. All right. So let me move this card. All right, good. So make sure I write this down for me. Alexia Brown, where's Alexia Brown? Alexia Brown, can you hear me? Can I from Alexia Brown? CC Joseph, can you hear me? Where's CC Joseph? Dazon Curry, where's Dazon Curry?
Yeah.
Can you tell me why is the bone so important? One reason why the bone is important.
It produces red blood cells.
Very good. Patrick, why is the bone so important? Patrick, why is the bone so important? Where's Patrick? Can I hear from Patrick? Trinity, where's Trinity? Yes, Patrick, why is the bone so important?
Pardon?
Why is the bone so important? The bone.
It gives your body structure and it helps your posture.
I just want one reason. Sharice Gator, where's Sharice Gator? Sharice Gator, can you hear me? Where's Sharice? Okay, your mic is not working. Sharice, why is the bone so important? Type inside the chat for me, why is the bone so important? And Sharon, why is the bone so important? Sharon Gator, why is the bone so important? Sharon Gator, why is the bone so important? Sharon Gator. Yes, go ahead.
You has hip twice on the diagram.
I have what?
You have hip twice on the diagram.
Okay, that's no problem. Don't write it twice, just write it once. Thank you. Delvon Sands, where's Delvon?
Radar.
Why is the bone so important?
The bones?
Yeah, the bones. Why?
It's so important to give the body shape and helps it move around more.
Very good. Gives the body shape and helps with movement. Dwayne Slew, can you hear me, Dwayne? Dwayne Slew, can you hear me? I really can't hear from Dwayne. Egypt, can you hear me, Egypt? Egypt, can you hear me? Where's Egypt? Can't hear from Egypt. Ethan Adderley, can you hear me? Where's Ethan?
Yes, yeah.
Why is the bone so important?
Can you repeat that, please? I didn't hear you.
Why is the bone so important?
The bone is important to is important because of the structure of your body.
What does it do? What does the how does the bone help us?
Timothy, can I answer?
No, I want him to answer. Go ahead.
It helps with shaping your body.
It helps
It gives shape to your body.
And what else does it do?
It also protects like internal organs.
Very good. And Edward Parker? As Edward Parker.
I'm here.
Why is the bone so important?
You said the bone?
Yeah, why is the bone so important?
It produces red blood cells.
Very good. Tamiko Dorset? Tamiko Dorset, where's Tamiko Dorset? Tamiko Dorset, can you hear me?
Excuse me, Scotty. I'm gonna join back because I can't hear nothing at all.
Okay, no problem. Where is Wyatt? Where's Wyatt? Wyatt, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
How many bones does an adult human skeleton have?
I believe 206.
The answer is right down. Well, how many bones? Right down the screen.
Oh, 206.
206.
206.
I didn't say you were wrong. But it was clear to you. Ronald, where's Ronald?
Yes, sir.
How many bones does an adult human skeleton have?
Adult human skeleton?
Yes.
I'm sure, Mr. Petit.
It's right there on the screen.
Oh, 206, maybe.
206, very good. And Ricardo, where's Ricardo?
Yes, sir.
What is the largest bone in the body?
Pardon?
What is the largest bone in the body?
Yeah, can't hear you.
What is the largest bone in the body?
Pardon?
1 second. Hello, can you hear me? Ricardo?
You mean me?
Ricardo. Where's Ricardo? I can't hear from Ricardo. Ricardo, are you there? Where's Ricardo? I can't hear from Ricardo. Andrea Barnaby, where's Andrea? Andrea Barnaby, can you hear me? How about you, Krim?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Andrea, what is the largest bone in the body?
It's the oh,
Right there, number 2. What's the largest bone?
I trying to say the special man.
No, it's right there.
The femur. Yeah, femur bone, also known as the thigh bone.
Very good. The question, have y'all finished writing this down? Let me know, please, if y'all written it.
I'm writing the chart.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If you're finished with writing this down, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. If you're finished writing this down, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Only 2 persons are finished writing this down. The rest of you, y'all finished?
I'm done.
Where is Aiden Frandu? Are you there, Aiden?
Yes, sir.
Aiden, why
Yes,
is the
sir.
skeletal system important?
It gives the body shape, it helps the body move, it protects internal organs, it helps the posture, produces red blood cells, and it stores minerals like calcium and phosphorus.
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 Thank you. Are you writing this down, Aiden?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Deshauna Clark? Or Deshauna
Yes,
Clark?
sir.
Give me the scientific name for the kneecap.
The kneecap is patella.
Patella. I only received a few notes. The rest of you, where are your notes? I need you to take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I sent it.
Anyone else is finished? Y'all need to send in your notes.
Just finish it. I'm about to send it to you.
Nala Knowles, where's Nala?
Better.
What is the scientific name for the collarbone?
The clavicle.
The clavicle. Liliana, are you there? Where's Liliana? Where's Liliana?
Yes, sir.
Good. What is the scientific name for the shoulder blade?
Scapula.
Scapula. Scapula, okay?
Okay.
All right. And the rest of you, are y'all finished with this notes? Because I want to move on to general science.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so.
Okay. Randolph Bethel. Where's Randolph Bethel?
No, sir, not yet. No, sir, not yet.
Where's Randolph Bethel?
Yes, sir.
Randolph, what is the scientific name for the shin bone? Randolph, what's the scientific name for the
shin bone?
The shin bone, yes.
Means skin bone.
Shin bone.
Mr. Bazzi, I don't see any that says shin.
Look at the second to last one.
Oh, I see it. The tibia.
The tibia, very good. And Natasha. Natasha.
Yes.
What is the scientific name for the funny bone? What's the scientific name for the funny bone? Natasha, what's the scientific name for the funny bone? Natasha, can you hear me? I can't hear from Natasha. Ray Hall, where's Ray Hall? Ray, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ray. Who has more bones? The human adult or the human baby?
Yeah, human baby.
Ray Hall.
Human baby.
The human baby, very good. All right, the rest of you, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Can I move from this? Are y'all finished? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, take a picture of this quickly, Trayvon. Take a picture of this quickly. So I have to move it. All right, Trayvon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move on to general science. The last thing we talked about, good night. The last thing we talked about in general science was other kingdoms.
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
I don't do general science. May I please leave?
Yes,
Thank you for teaching our class.
no problem. So this is Tuesday,
Good night.
the 15th of October, 2024.
Mr. Petit, I teach time.
Yes, you do.
Petit, do I do general?
Yes, you do. The topic is we're gonna actually be looking at, because we looked at other kingdoms, but I said that we didn't do the rest of the animal kingdom. So we have to finish that first before we get into flowering kingdom or plant kingdom, I should say. What we didn't do was we didn't do the worms. And so we have to look at them today. So we're gonna be looking at, first of all, the calanthorates. Calanthorates. And then we're gonna be looking at worms. We just put them in one category, worms. All right, so let's first start off with the calanthorates. These would be stuff like your jellyfish, stuff like your sea anemone, stuff like your coral, stuff like your hydra. Those are calanthorates. Say it again.
Sea anemone.
Say it again.
Sea
Sea
anemone.
anemone.
Say it
Yeah.
again.
Sea anemone.
Yeah, sea
Or sea
anemone.
anemone.
Yeah, sea anemone. Yeah, those guys. So jellyfishes, right? They are calanthorates. Anyone ever saw a jellyfish in real life?
I have.
Yeah,
almost stepped on one.
I got stung.
got stung by one. These
I got
are
stung by.
these
I
are
just thing on my leg.
yeah, these are the calanthorates. This is one of them. Jellyfish. All right.
I got
Kinda-
stung by the sun all the time.
You got stung by
Yeah,
what?
they only found in deep water.
I got stung where the sun don't shine.
And next we have the sea anemone. These are also calanthorates. Anyone familiar with like Finding Nemo? And you ever saw like the
I love
sea,
Finding Nemo.
yeah, the sea anemone is, let me just show you a picture of it.
Yes, sir.
Can you identify the sea anemone right there? Right, that's
I don't know
these,
the name,
that's these
but
stuff.
it protects, but only
Nemo fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nemo fish. All right. That's the sea anemone.
The clownfish, by the way.
And exactly. And we have the coral. The coral is also calantharate. And then we have the hydra. Those are also sea anemone. Okay, so I mean calanthorates. So let's talk about the calanthorates and their specific characteristics. So let's write this down. So we have calanthorates. So characteristics. Number one, they consist of, let me put this in bullet point form. So they consist of 2 layers of cells. They have a simple body with what? Tentacles, right? And stinging what?
Antenna or stems?
Stinging cells. So that means that they could sting you. Where do they live?
In water.
They live in the water. So they live in the water. Now give me some examples of coelenterates.
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish. What else?
Stingray.
Coral. Stingray is not a sea anemone. What is a stingray, by the way?
It's a mammal. No, not a mammal. It's a linear invertebrate.
A fish. Cetacean.
What is a stingray?
A fish.
Stingray is a
Fish.
Why would you say a stingray is a fish?
It's an amphibian.
No, it's not an amphibian. It's definitely a fish. All right. So stingray actually are vertebrates. They have a backbone. Coelenterates, worms, echinoderms, mollusks, all of them are invertebrates. All right. So they do not have a backbone. Coral, hydra, and like I said, the sea anemone. These are all examples of coelenterates. All right, next we have now we get into the worms, and we have specific type of worms.
Hookworm.
Let's start off with the round worms. Anyone in love our worms, or you detest worms with a passion?
Yes, with a passion.
I hate worms with a passion.
Round
I
worms.
love seeing fish and bait.
Round worms. So nematodes. They also call the round worms. Anyone ever saw like a worm in real life? Like
Yes.
Yes,
This
sir.
one, no.
Yeah. Yeah. They do not look pleasant, right? Not at all.
No, sir.
So they have a long, so the characteristics would be that they have a long, rounded body. Some are parasites. What do we mean by a parasite?
Something that can cause diseases.
What do they do?
Unwanted.
So that
It feeds off its host.
Yeah, feeds off its host. So that means that it lives in you. That means that it lives in you, and whatever you eat, it eats, right? It feed off you, right? And so it's not good. They're parasites. So examples would be the hookworm. And you have the Ascaris. And then you have the rootworm. All of these are examples of round worms. Roundworms. What are roundworms called?
Nematodes.
Nematodes. Nematodes.
Nematode.
All right, so this is some examples of some roundworms for you. So this is one.
Ooh, it's clear.
This one is clear.
I thought it's gonna be like brownish.
They're different ones.
I thought you were talking about the
that
pink
remind you?
What that remind you of?
The thing was inside the conch.
Thing was inside the conch.
Oh, that means that in name so.
Oh, you mean, okay, I got you. Then you have hookworm. Now hookworm could be in humans. Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
So right now we have hookworms in us right now.
Well,
No, it is only
Depends on what you eat.
It depends.
If you eat
Like
uncooked
if
meat.
you eat things,
all right.
they're
Can
like
y'all
raw.
can y'all identify the hookworm in the man? Can you see
Yes,
it?
sir.
Right there, any feet.
Hookworm.
Yeah,
It look
right.
like a vein.
Yeah, it's right there, right? Hookworm. And then you have Ascaris. You could find them in stool. Right?
Hookworm could get into your skin.
Who's speaking?
That's on.
Oh, there's on Curry.
Yes, sir.
I don't know exactly how they get in there, but I think from what you eat too.
They
It
come
is,
to
it
your
is,
body.
get- it is
Don't
get
wear slip.
there, like if you eat uncooked meat and if you don't have on shoes and if you don't have on a shirt. Or if you
So
have a cut.
so this one is, yeah, with this one is Ascaris. Ascaris. This is another example of a roundworm. Okay.
Is an Enterobius and round? Is it a roundworm?
What's the name?
Enterobius.
Oh, I don't know that one. I do not know. I can't see. You can look it up, but I don't know out of my head. Okay, next. So we have the roundworms, and then we have the segmented worms. These are what you call the annelids. Segmented. What do we mean by segmented?
It has sections in its body.
Yeah, it has parts or sections, right?
Like an ant?
Like an ant. Kind of like a centipede. Like they're section off.
I've killed one of those before. Centipede.
Annelids. Their body is long and segmented. When we say segmented, we mean it's divided into
Different parts.
Into different parts or rings.
Does millipede count?
Say it again.
Does millipede count?
No, millipedes. We talk about millipedes. Millipedes is an arthropod. It's actually come under the category of myriapods. So it's arthropod and it's actually a myriapod. So examples would be earthworm. Anyone ever familiar with earthworm? I've heard the name before. Earthworm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We use them for fish.
Ragworm. And
bloodworms too.
Feather duster worm.
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
You could add bloodworms.
Say it again.
No, I
Go ahead.
was asking what about tapeworms?
Pig worms.
Tapeworm.
Tape.
Oh, a tapeworms. Oh, that's a flatworm.
Mr.
Go ahead.
I have a question. Are leeches worms?
Go
You could
ahead.
put bloodworms.
For segmented worms.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bloodworms.
Okay.
I noticed one on my head because I was watching a documentary about them.
You mean the bloodworms?
Yes,
Where could you find? Where could
They're
you
the
find?
only worms that could bite you.
Oh, I did not know that. I did not know about them. Okay. If you cannot see things that doesn't look good, then close your eyes.
Mr. Batik,
Yeah, go ahead.
are leeches worms?
I don't think so. This is a segmented worm.
It looked like a centipede.
Look like a centipede, right?
Or a flying roach. A leech is a parasite, by the way.
Say a flying roach. Okay. You could see
What
them
about a bobbit worm?
if you anyone else do gardening or like work with the soil. You can see them like this in the soil. Anyone ever saw these? I'm sure you saw these before.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The movies.
Yeah. This is earthworm. I mean, sorry, this is like a segmented worm. And if your stomach cannot hold stuff that are pleasant, please close your eyes. Don't look. This is another example of them here.
It kind of looks like this.
All right. Kind of look like coleslaw, right? Imagine having that as coleslaw.
Oh,
You
I
can
don't
make
make
me
me
know
know
what
what
equals
equals no more.
Go ahead.
Only could have been a white man holding that cause Spike.
Antoine.
Petite, that's no comparison. That is nasty.
Antoine, please.
Ian Lido.
Lamar, please. Euphemisms. What I tell you about that? We learned all about that. All right. Okay, so now flatworms. So PLATYHELMINES. Can anyone pronounce this? Wait, I spelled it wrong. No, PLATYHELMI. I forget the T. TH, sorry. Good. Can anyone pronounce this one?
Platyhelminthes.
Platyhelminthes. Anyone else want to try?
Platyhelminthes.
They help them out.
Writing a little bigger, please.
I could try. Go ahead. And wait, let me do another segment. Okay, so let's do this here. Let me increase the font. Okay, so these are what we call the flatworms. Platyhelminthes. All right, flatworms. These would be stuff like someone mentioned tapeworm, or planaria. These are your flatworms. So, they have their body is long. How else would you describe their body? Long and what?
Flat.
Long and flat, yes.
Flat, like a ruler.
They are parasites. These are the ones that like to live in people and other things and other organisms. So mostly live in other organisms, right? They are called what? Parasites. So they feed off of you. That's the most disgusting thing about worms. To me, they're lazy. They just feed off of other people.
They prevent you from getting the nourishment from the food you eat.
Yeah, all of the nourishment. I mean, you can get some, but you only get all as much as you could.
Mr. Petit, I have to leave the meeting now.
Yes, you can leave. Send me what you have so far.
Okay.
And it's not okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. Examples would be what? Tapeworm and what? Planaria. Right? These are that's flatworms. Okay. Okay, so let me show you some examples of them. This one is kind of cool. Maybe it's not so intimidating after all. Look at this one. Would you do this? Would you hold a nice tapeworm?
Absolutely not at all. Not even again.
Never.
Not even if you pay me.
No.
No.
Yes.
You see why we have places like Sandilands?
Antoine, please.
Sorry.
Probably if they don't bite though.
If they don't bite, you will do it?
Or lay anything.
If they don't bite? Okay. Who would have
If they don't lay eggs on me, I cool with that.
So you would have them on your hand just like this, nice and cool like this? That's what you do?
Look like all the
Look
like somebody spit on that man.
Because they're parasitic too. I would not do it at all.
You're not doing it at all?
I would do it if I had gloves on.
If you have glove on,
contact with one of them, they'll never see my hand.
they'll never see your hand. Cavani Seymour. Like Cavani Seymour.
Yes, sir.
Would you hold the flatworm in your hand like this?
No, sir. That's nasty.
Say no. All right. So this is a flat. You see how flat it is, though. It looked like it merged with his hand almost, right? It looks like what one of those villains just have. But here's a pretty one, though.
Never touch me.
Here's actually a pretty one. This one is actually pretty. This one is actually pretty. So it's a flatworm casually floating around. This one is pretty.
Why the design on it actually look kind of pretty though?
Yes.
Nah, that one I would.
I feel like that's AI generated. Not gonna lie.
That one, like,
Look at
I
the
would
account.
probably like
I would not
actually
lie.
let
That
on
is
my
my
hand.
account.
Yeah, this one is.
I would put that on my hand.
It's a good shirt
To me, it
design.
looks like a deformed stingray. To me, it looks like a deformed stingray.
A
To me,
deformed.
it looked like a fresh with a conch shell.
All right.
That look like that.
That
All right.
looks like a blood flute.
Okay. Okay, good. So these are what you call flatworms, right? They are long and flat. And what's another word for flatworms again?
Plus,
What the hell
plus
mean?
helminth.
Slightly helminth.
All right. Do y'all have?
Platyhelminthes.
Yes, Platyhelminthes.
Yes, sir.
Does anyone have this written down? Let me know if you have this written down.
I do.
I do. I
Okay.
have it written down.
Yes.
Okay. If you have this written down, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Yes,
Again,
sir.
take a picture of it and
I
send it to me
did.
via WhatsApp. If you've already done that, 1 second. Let me quickly take the attendance. If you've already done that, then you can leave. Have a
Good
wonderful
night,
evening, everyone.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Miss Petit.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm almost finished right now.
Mr. Petit, I'm finished. Good night.
Good night.
Mr.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Mr. Petit, how you say you pronounce the flatworms word?
Say it again.
How you say you pronounce the flatworms word?
Oh, Platyhelminthes.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Mr. Petit, you can hear me?
I can hear
fixed
you.
my-
Who is that speaking? Sharice. Yes, I can
Sharice.
finally hear you. Yes.
Hmm?
Yes. I can
Good
finally
night.
hear. Do you have this written down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Good night.
Good
All
night.
right. Good night. Good night. Have a good one. Sean. Oh, Sean, he left early.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petty. See you tomorrow by God's grace.
All right, take care.